Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, it's 2026, and you know what? The Witcher 3 is still absolutely destroying it. We're 10 years past the release, and I'm gonna be real with you. This game still hits different. Look, I get it. There are newer RPGs out there. Baldur's Gate 3 blew everyone's minds. Elden Ring changed the whole combat formula. But here's the thing that nobody's really talking about. The Witcher 3 is aging like fine wine, and I think more people should be giving it a second look, or maybe even a first look if you've somehow missed it. Today, we're breaking down why this decade-old masterpiece is not just worth playing in 2026, but honestly might be better than it's ever been. So stick around. Let's start with what actually matters in an RPG, the story. And dude, The Witcher 3 doesn't mess around here. You're playing as Geralt of Rivia, this old Witcher trying to find his adopted daughter Ciri, while the entire world is basically falling apart around you. The Wild Hunt is coming, nations are at war, and your personal journey is absolutely woven into all of this political chaos in a way that actually makes sense. What I love most about this story is that it's not some black and white good versus evil thing. Every major choice in this game comes with real consequences. And here's the kicker. Sometimes there's no right answer. You're constantly in this position where you have to pick the lesser evil, which is literally the tagline of being a Witcher. You can save this person, but screw over that community. You can help one faction, but doom another. It's messy, it's realistic, and it's exactly what makes the story so emotionally heavy. The characters, man. Yennefer, Ciri, Triss, even side characters like the Bloody Baron. These aren't just people who exist to give you quests. They have actual arcs. They grow, they make mistakes. You actually give a damn about what happens to them by the end. And we haven't even touched on the DLC campaigns yet. Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine aren't just expansions, they're basically full games. Blood and Wine alone has more content than most RPGs release as full titles. The writing is genuinely on par with the main campaign, if not better in some ways. Okay, so the story is incredible, but what about just existing in the world? Because open world games can feel empty, you know? You can fast travel between points and miss the entire world. The Witcher 3 doesn't let that happen. Every area feels handcrafted. You've got your obvious main quests, sure, but the secondary quests? These are insane. The game treats them like mini stories. You'll pick up a notice on a board and think, oh, just another contract. But then you get this whole narrative about village politics or a curse that's way more complex than just go kill the thing. There's a quest called A Greedy God, where you're dealing with a god who's basically just a really old creature demanding offerings. But the quest is really about the village's survival and whether they should keep worshipping something that's actively hurting them. It's philosophical, it's not just combat. Then you've got exploration that actually rewards curiosity. You're riding through the map and suddenly you spot something off in the distance, a cave, a shipwreck, some ruin. You go check it out and sure, sometimes it's just loot, but other times you find these little hidden side quests or lore pieces that expand the world. It feels like a living place, not a checklist. The weather system, the dynamic events, the way NPCs live their lives, it all comes together to create this world that feels real. That's rare even in 2026.
Alright, let's talk combat. Because I know some people have been sleeping on The Witcher 3, saying the combat is clunky or outdated. And look, I understand the criticism, but I think people are missing the depth. The combat isn't a quick tap rhythm game like some other franchises. You can't just button mash your way through. You've got to be methodical. You're managing cooldowns on your signs, that's Witcher magic. You're applying potions before fights. You're using specific oils on your swords depending on what enemy you're fighting. Monster Hunter fans, this is going to feel familiar to you. Let me break down the systems real quick. You've got 5 signs. Quen, which is a shield, Ard, which is a knockback blast, Igni, which is straight up fire magic, Axii, which is mind control, and Erden, which creates a magical trap. Each sign is useful in different situations, and combining them with your sword work, dodging, and parrying creates this really intricate combat dance. The dodging is crucial. You've got a quick sidestep for creating openings and a longer roll for getting away when you're getting overwhelmed. Mastering when to use each one is the difference between dying constantly and actually feeling like a skilled witcher. And here's what's cool. Difficulty matters. Play on story mode and sure you can hack through most enemies, but jump up to blood and broken bones or death march, suddenly you're actually thinking about positioning, crowd control, and planning your approach. You can't just rush in. The combat isn't perfect. Some animations are longer than you'd want, and the hitboxes can feel a little floaty sometimes, but once you get into the rhythm, it's satisfying as hell. You feel powerful, but you also feel like you're working for it. So, the next-gen update that dropped a while back, it genuinely changed things. Ray tracing, better lighting, improved textures, better performance at 60 FPS, on PS5, Xbox Series X, or a good PC, this game looks stunning. But here's the thing, even without cutting-edge graphics, the art direction is timeless, like the colors, the atmosphere, the way they design these environments. It's not trying to be hyper-realistic, it's stylized, and that style holds up. 10 years later, you still want to stop and take screenshots. And if you want to push it further, the modding community is absolutely insane. There's this HD reworked project that's like 9 gigabytes of textures reworked in 4K. There's mods for better lighting, better character models, improved animations. If you're on PC, you can basically make this game look like it came out last year. On console, mod support is supposedly coming in 2026, cross-platform mods that'll make the console experience even better. That's wild. Here's the real talk. In 2026, we've got some amazing RPGs. Baldur's Gate 3 had that absolutely massive launch. We're waiting for The Witcher 4 to drop in 2027, which I'm hyped for, but The Witcher 3 is doing something that not many games do anymore. It respects your time and your intelligence. The quests have actual writing. The world has actual lore. The characters have actual depth. It's not trying to be a live service. It's not trying to get you to log in every day. It's just a really, really well-made game. Also, the value proposition is insane. You're looking at 100 to 200 plus hours of gameplay with the DLC included. Most new releases cost $60 and give you maybe 40 hours. The Witcher 3 is usually discounted to hell by now, so you're getting an incredible bang for your buck. And the replayability is legitimately high because of the choices. Your decisions shape the world. Different playthroughs actually feel different. That's not common, especially in this era of open world games. So, is The Witcher 3 worth playing in 2026? Absolutely yes. If you love story-driven RPGs, if you want to get lost in a world that actually feels alive, if you want choices that matter, if you want combat that rewards skill and strategy, this is your game. If you've already played it, the next-gen update and all the mods make it worth revisiting. Trust me, seeing the world again with better graphics hits different. If you haven't played it, honestly, you're missing out on one of the greatest gaming experiences ever made. It's not just a 2015 game that aged well. It's legitimately still competing with modern RPGs in almost every way that matters. 10 years and it's still the standard against which most RPGs are measured. That's not accident. That's excellence. All right, that's the review. If you're thinking about jumping into The Witcher 3, let me know in the comments what you think. What's holding you back? Or if you're already in, what's your favorite part? Drop it down below. And if you want more game reviews and breakdowns like this, smash that subscribe button. We've got way more content coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.